Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm just a few seconds early. Hi, I'm Casey Durango of Go Keto with Casey, where I talk about how I lost 97.4 pounds after starting the ketogenic protocol, how you may be able to lose weight, improve your health, and regain control of your life like I did. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your Saturday morning or afternoon or evening or Wednesday or whenever you are viewing this and wherever you are. I really appreciate it. Good morning, writes Kimberly. Hello, Kimberly. Um, for those of you who are new to these live events, Crowdcast is pretty cool. You can write a comment in the question mark bubble and it'll be pinned there. Or you don't have to do that. You can just say or do whatever you want and you don't have to write anything. You can learn. Today's topic is keto and aging. That might have been evident from the title. You know, age, particularly in in our culture, our local culture here in the U.S. and maybe other parts of Western culture, does not approach age or people of advanced years or the thought of aging very graciously. We often don't treat people who are older as kindly as other cultures do. But the fact is, we're all aging if we're lucky. So I'm going to share my thoughts, my experiences, my observations on the. Jack is here for another cookie, by the way. Okay, buddy. Old Jack, he's going to go to his bed. Jack is still hanging, talking about aging. Talk about aging. He's an old dog. He's about 15 and a half now. So, what impact does aging have on our keto practice and vice versa? What does the ketogenic protocol, what impacts, if any, does it have on us as we age? Let's talk about that. Now, we'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences if you wish to share. It's not compulsory. Like I said, you don't have to write anything or share, but this is geared as a support chat. And hello, Rebecca, writes Rebecca. She's on the left coast. First of all, let me say that, yes, I have aged. I've been doing this for 11 and a half years. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought my producer was trying to, maybe he was just winking at me. That's my husband, actually. Yeah, I'm older. I'm 11 and a half years older than I was when I started this. And yes, I have aged. Yes, my skin has wrinkles and sags and drags and crepe. I have crepe. I have jiggly bits. But let me tell you, I feel younger than I did 11 and a half years ago. Thank you very much. My smartwatch just cheaped at me. Thank you. There's a support button below, and someone has taken advantage of that. I very much appreciate it. I started this not to lose weight because I had given up on losing weight. Gave up. I didn't want to feel the way I felt anymore. I felt old beyond my years. Now, let me tell you how I learned the protocol and how I have practiced it now all this time. Keep your carbohydrate intake to 20 grams or fewer a day. Total carbs, not net carbs. Eat fatty sources of protein, limited amounts of non-starchy vegetables, limited amounts of full-fat dairy. You don't have to have either dairy or vegetables. Don't eat fruit. Fruit is sugar. But the main thing is don't eat if you're not hungry. Well, the main thing is keep your carbs low. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Stop eating when you've had enough. And be patient and persevere. So that's it. So what would that have to do with how I feel age-wise? Well, for one thing, I've lost a boatload of weight, so moving around is easier. Now I am older, so I'm going to have to work harder going forward to maintain the same level of fitness. Fitness, small f, and I use the word loosely. I got the food down pat. That is not an issue with me. But I need to get my resistance training in gear. I am doing it. My patrons know about that. I can fill them in every morning. But okay, look at this. My husband follows the protocol as well. Neither of us are on any medications. Zero. We take a teaspoon of cod liver oil each morning that we remember for the vitamin D. And my husband, I think, is still taking some Mag 64. He's more active than I. He's more prone to leg cramps than I. I don't even take that anymore. So, and I'm 67. Zero medications. Think about it. Like when we've had to go for things like we got yellow fever vaccines before our most recent trip to Colombia, South America. And you have to do the intake and they have to find out all the medications you're on. And they're like 2 pages of medications you can check off, or just none. And so the intake nurse says, no medications? None. You're 67? Yes. So there's that. Keto and aging. No, I thought about titling this Keto versus Aging. It's not that. Nothing's going to stop us growing older except for death. And like many of you, I imagine, I've had many opportunities to die young. Everything from head-on car crashes when I was in college to cancer 3 separate times, once while I was pregnant, falling off a ladder at 25 feet off the ground, and other things I don't even know how close I came. Oh, I could have died young. No aging. Not my preference. I feel more youthful. I feel pretty compos mentis. I don't know whether that has anything to do with burning fat for fuel, which is all the ketogenic protocol is burning fat for fuel. That's it. You reduce the carbohydrate intake to a point where your liver is not pushing out a fire hose of glucose. And so, okay, where did the glucose go? Body says, no worries. There's fat stores. There's ketogenic bodies that on board. That's what the fat is. It's ketone bodies. So it mobilizes the fat. And my brain works better. Your brain can burn glucose, and a lot of times it does. And a lot of times we think we're hungry. We're really not. Our brain is calling for more glucose because it's a very fast burning fuel. My brain works better. I often joke that, in my youth, I was really smart. And then I got to be in my 40s and 50s. And I go, what? It's like someone put Vaseline over my intellect. It was there, but I just couldn't make it out. I started burning fat for fuel, and I got really smart again. Nice. What else do we think about with aging? So I don't have any of the chronic conditions that are considered to go hand in hand with aging. It's like it's inevitable. What a terrible message, by the way, for the medical establishment to send, particularly to women. Oh, past menopause? No, you're not going to lose weight after menopause. Well, yeah, I did. I was 55 when I started this. And I assume I was in menopause. I haven't had a uterus since I was 29, one of the cancers. But I'm pretty sure I was in menopause. So I lost the weight after that. And I feel better. My mood is moderated. My joints don't hurt. Sometimes from a sitting position, I get up and I just kind of still, it takes me a second, but it's because I sit too much. Not because there's anything wrong with me other than I sit too much in front of a computer. There are people who have started this protocol beyond their mid-50s. There are people who have started this protocol in their 20s. Smart. Getting ahead. So I don't worry so much. Yeah, I wish I had flawless skin. I wish nothing sagged on me. I wish nothing jiggled. Although my husband might like the jiggles. I don't know. But I'm not going to trade any of that I wouldn't say, okay, give me something that, I don't want any wrinkles. So let me continue to be overweight. I've had people who have reached out to me and said, I want to do this, but I don't want to get wrinkled. What happens if I lose the fat and I get wrinkles? And someone's mother told their obese daughter, you don't want to lose weight, you'll get wrinkles. Okay. Well, to paraphrase, I think it was Jamie Lee Curtis who said something to the effect of, I'm tired of anti-aging. Screw anti-aging. I'm pro-aging. What do we want? And how about we respect our elders? How about that? Treat them with respect. I should have been nicer to my mother, my late mother. I was pretty nice. But I could have been nicer. So keto and aging, if nothing else, not feeling older than you are. I don't know that I feel younger than I am. I've never been this age before, but I feel pretty good. I've embarked on things that I'd given up on. Travel, adventures, because we do start to withdraw from our life a little bit when we're very overweight or we just don't feel well. We have acid reflux, our joints hurt, we have trouble, our asthma flares up. So who wants to do things? You want to sit, and watch reruns of Cheers. Better to get up and get out. So I am pro-aging because the alternative is death. But I'm also pro, what do they call it, aging in place? I don't know what the future holds for my husband and I, but we are not anticipating needing in-home care. Who knows? We don't know, but we're pretty healthy. And make no mistake, people who shirk what they know is best for them to do. People know, devil's food cake a la mode is not good for us. It is not health food. There's no nutrition. They say, well, it's my body. I'll do it. If I get sick, that's my problem. No, it's actually a problem of people around you that care about you. Or if you don't have anyone that cares about you, it's the problem of the people who, you go to a public hospital, they have to take care of you. Someone's footing the bill. So it's not just our health or our problem. So let's age, shall we? Let's not worry about some wrinkles or some crepe. Let's worry about whether we're on 9 medications. Let's worry about whether we can't make it to the foot of the driveway to get our mail without having to stop and catch our breath. Let's worry about whether we are hopeful. Because I feel better and I feel hopeful. The day I started this, I had kind of made up my mind. I might be able to live for another 30 years, but I don't know that I want to. Not feeling like this. It all seemed like downhill. Well, it's only been uphill in a good way. Not uphill like a struggle, like uplifting, let's put it that way. So aging, we're going to age if we're lucky. Let's try to age sans medications. Let's try to age being mobile as possible with good attitude. Let's be pro-aging. Lay off the carbs. That is like, lay off the carbs. We know, come on, we know that French fries and Doritos and buckets of pasta, this is not going to help us. None of that. We know it. We don't want to believe it. We don't want to accept it, but we know it. So at some point we have to put on our big person pants and make responsible decisions for ourselves and for those around us. Again, what happens to us impacts the people that care about us, or it impacts total strangers who have to take care of us. That's kind of my idea. I'm getting older. Sorry, I am. It's not a, it's nothing. It's not a magic potion. It's not the, Ponce de Leon did not come and discover keto as the fountain of youth. But I am happier than I was for a long time. I do want to show you, first of all, I'm going to say, hey, notice the comments. Give a little break. Thank you for those of you who have bought t-shirts. Here's one that the letters are IC and IW, standing for I can and I will. You can go to my spread shop and see mugs and caps and aprons and stuffed teddy bears. Green Journal, Casey's Go Keto with Casey's 12-month record book, which you can get at Amazon. You go to my blog, CaseyDurango.com, and it's in the sideways. And is anyone having a problem with the screen freezing? My producer just said something. If you do, refresh your screen. So, thanks, smiley face. And my patrons, I have a private support group on patreon.com. You can get a free trial there if you're not already a patron for a week. You can try it. And if you stay, that's great. But you get 20 pre-recorded video snippets every weekday morning. I even did them when we were in Colombia. Going up from there, depending on your pledge, patron-only live streams. Going up from there, a monthly one-on-one with me. So thank you very much. If nothing else, if you're viewing this on YouTube, if you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe, it really helps my channel. Let me read some of these comments, and I'm sorry if I've skimmed over any. I'm going to scroll upwards. Rebecca Ruggles writes, no meds is huge. It is. Just think of when you're prescribed one medicine, and then you have to take medicines to protect you from the first medicine and all the effects it can have on you. Even something as benign as aspirin can have a side effect. So yes, no meds, not only cost-wise, but the effect on your body. And also the effect on your mental state. I mean, who wants to look at, piles of medicine bottles and think, this is my life? Deborah Rundle writes, good morning. And Kimberly writes, keto was something I did on and off for years. But let me do this. I like this. Hold, please. Watch this. Present message on stage. Keto was something I did on and off for years, but it wasn't until I started feeling the effects of aging that I got serious about it. Right? It's all fun and games when you're in your 20s. It's kind of like, keggers. Oh, I did keggers. I went to keggers when I was in college. But I don't do keggers now. I don't go to keggers now. Why? For one thing, I'm not in college. For another thing, it's not good for me. So thank you, Kimberly, for sharing that. Absolutely. And DH writes, yes, let me put this on stage. I love this feature. I don't know if it's new, but I've just learned about it. Yes, I started to lose weight. Now my focus is keto to feel healthy and flexible. No aches and pains. Absolutely. And DH, I don't know whether you're a dude or a chick. I don't know your age. I need to be better about my resistance training and my stretching. It's like a geometric progression in the wrong direction if you don't stay in front of flexibility and strength. It's just like, again, everything was fun and games when you're in your 20s, 30s, maybe 40s. So yes, absolutely. Flexibility and freedom from pain is humongous. Karen Cal, hey Karen, just popping in. Uh-oh, we'll watch later. Been in ICU. Oh no, with hubby for 4 days. Pneumonia. I'm so sorry, Karen. That's okay. I'll be thinking of you, Karen. Prayers for you and your hubby, writes DH. I'm so sorry, Kimberly. I'll be praying, Karen. Thank you, DH. Now, not to make too fine a point of it, I'm pretty sure your husband does not follow the protocol. Not to blame him for anything. I hope he gets better. It's terrible. But, you don't have to look too far to see someone, it could be a friend of a friend even, or a cousin, or a sibling, and say, "Okay, well, I may not be able to prevent that, but laying off the carbs is not gonna hurt." That's one thing, it won't hurt. It's nutritious, delicious food. And, you know, it's I would never say to follow the protocol, limit your food to fatty sources of protein, because that's not limited, it's indulgent. I've got the big green egg going, I'm gonna throw 2 racks of St. Louis ribs on there, and we will enjoy eating them mid-afternoon while the nice fatty part of the rib, and maybe I'll have some homemade coleslaw, and we will watch the Tour de France, and today's a big, steep mountain stage. Most mornings I have late morning, mid-morning, early afternoon, I have a luscious cheese omelet with not just cheddar cheese, but with cream cheese and 3 eggs and 2 slices of bacon. It's not limiting. It's delicious and it's nutritious. Seafood, poultry with the skin, lamb, beef, ribeyes. We have ribeye every Sundays. Sundays are now ribeye days. Uh, Eggs, pork belly, pork butt, pork chops, pork sausage. Love, love, love. So all the foods that we were told not to eat, we now can lovely eat. Just don't eat if you're not hungry, and stop eating when you've had enough. It's particularly challenging when the food is so delicious. Rebecca Ruggles writes, "I'm so sorry, Karen." And Karen writes, excuse me, "My daughter brings me HB eggs to the hospital." Love her. How are the chickens? The chickens, for those of you who don't, Karen, they got some chicks and they got their first eggs a week or 10 days ago. So fun. Okay, I'm glad your daughter is doing that. And yeah, hospital food can be challenging depending on the hospital. Chickens are great. Okay, friends, following the protocol is not going to fix. Okay, honey, bye. She writes, okay, gotta go. Good luck. Fingers crossed. It's not going to fix everything. It won't fix everything. The headlines might say differently. For one thing, it's not going to kill you. Those are one set of headlines. It's not going to fix everything. Certainly not going to stop you from aging. What it may do is help you not feel as old as you might have. I don't know how I would feel if I had never embarked on this. I can't do both at the same time. I can't shapeshift and become my age without having done keto. But logic tells me if I felt that bad in January of 2014, that I was not going to feel a whole lot better. Continue on. Oh, pictures. I meant to show you. Maybe I might have lost you, the audience already. Let me show you some things about aging. I meant to do this. I forgot. I forget doing it. Okay, these will pop up on screen. So I'm going to show a series of photographs from my past. And I'll try to remember what age I was. Okay, this is split screen. The image to the left, that was probably 12, 13, 14 years ago. The one on the right was probably 18 years ago, 15 or 18 years ago. I don't know that I look any better, younger now, but I feel better than I did when either of those photographs were taken. And those smiles were fake. I was not happy. Here's another one. Let me see. Oh, this one. Oh. Again, obviously not happy. Did not appreciate having my photograph taken. That was literally probably 23 years ago. I would have been in my early 40s when that photograph was taken. And I know I feel better and look better. Please tell me I look better than that now. Please, somebody, even if you're lying. No, don't lie. It's not good to lie. And then might have and then y'all have seen these before. Here's one. This was I know exactly when this photograph was taken. This was taken in July of 2009. So 16 years ago. Not happy, very large. I look like a giant blueberry. And this is a close up. I was in a triathlon, a sprint level triathlon, getting ready to get in the pool. And to say that I was mortified, I mean, look at that face. 16 years ago. So, anyway, thank you for allowing me to share these. Uh, Kimberly writes, keto helps us age gracefully. That's my goal, right? I haven't had any cosmetic surgery done. I had surgery because of two things, because of reconstruction and mastectomy and all that stuff. I haven't had any skin removal surgery. And I'm just going to get older looking. When I first started doing videos, I saw one of them. I said, when did my mother start making videos? Thank you. You look like an entirely different person. Beautiful. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I can tell you that I feel totally different. Totally. And better and happier. And fitter. I don't know how I walked around with all that weight, much less swim, bike, run in a sprint level triathlon, even though it was like a 10-mile bike ride. There was a hill like this. I'm writing about it for a book I'll probably never publish. It's titled After Fat. The hill it felt like it was totally vertical. It wasn't. I don't know how, I didn't make it up the first time. I had to get up and walk my bike up. So sometimes I'll just be carrying a 25-pound bucket of chicken feed and go up to the chicken yard. 25 pounds? And it's a struggle to get up the hill. I don't know how I did it. And maybe some of you are asking yourselves the same thing. How did I walk around with all that weight? How did I do it? I don't know. I have aged. I intend to continue aging, unlike the way I felt January 8th, 2014. I no longer feel like I might live for another 30 years, but I don't know that I want to. I'm now more of, I wonder what's going to happen next. What could happen next? So that's a better way to feel. And I really appreciate you. Those of you who've been along for the journey for a long time, particularly you patrons, I very much appreciate it. And it's very touching. So keep your carbs 20 grams or fewer a day. It's easier than we think. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Stop eating when you've had enough. Remind yourself, I see and I W, I can and I will. And you can buy yourself a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug that says that. And DH writes, thank you so much, Casey, for these videos. My pleasure, my honor, my privilege. All right, now, gonna go check the grill, throw the ribs on, and wait for the replay of the Tour de France Stage 14 to start. It's an annual tradition in our house. Thanks a lot, guys. Be sweet. Just don't eat sweets.